Hi, I'm going to show you how to use the calculator to calculate means and standard deviations. So you just have to put the numbers into the calculator and press the button that will tell you the mean and the standard deviation. This is how we're going to expect you to do it. If we want to calculate means and standard deviations, we need to put the calculator into stats mode. We have to press setup, and then we go 2 for stats. And now, well, we're only dealing with one variable stats, so one variable. We just press number 1, that means there's only one variable of consideration. So we might be looking at number of hours spent studying, or number of cars driving down a road in a particular time frame. We're only looking at one variable though. Suppose we want to calculate the mean of these numbers: 5, 4, 6, 10 and 12. I just made them up. Then, having got into stats mode, now we have got the opportunity of putting the numbers in, and we just put them in. 5 equals, 4 equals, 6 equals, 10 equals, and 12 equals. We have to put equals to make it go in to its little memory, and then we have to press the AC. Now we press AC, that tells calculator we have finished entering the data. Entering the data. If you don't press the AC, the next time you press the equals, the calculator will put that number into the memory, and that will rather mess things up. So now we want to calculate the mean. Okay, we can press the clear, we press shift, and now here it's got stat above the number. So we're actually going to press the number 1, but you can see the stat is in the yellowy brown, so that's why I have to press the shift. We press 1, and now we've got a lot of options. We want to get variables, so we press number 4, and now it is giving us 4 options. We can have the number of observations we put in, that should be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can press number 2, that will give us X bar. X bar indicates sample mean. We're assuming that this is a sample. We can have number 3, that is the population standard deviation, sigma x. Sx is the sample standard deviation. So let's press number 2, and we'll see the mean is 7.4. Write that down. X bar is equal to 7.4. What about the sample standard deviation? We press the shift again, the stat, 4 for the variables, and we'll press number 4 for the sample standard deviation. We have to press the equals, and we get Sx is equal to 3.435. Now we also, if we go back, we can go shift, stat, and now we can go to data, and now we've got back to our data. We can tab across, and we can put in a different frequency. So if instead of having 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 6, 1, 10 and 1, 12, we might have 10 5s, 10 4s, 10 6s, 10 10s and 10 12s, or we could have different numbers, it doesn't matter. We can put that in and change the frequency. And now again we must press the AC, and now we go press the shift, and now stat, and now 4 for the variables, and 2 for the mean, and 7.4, which is exactly as it should be. It should be 7.4. What happens if we press the standard deviation? And now we want 4 for variables and 4 for the Sx. Notice the standard deviation is smaller. Okay? There's less variability because we had 10 numbers the same for each particular number. So it wasn't quite as variable. Standard deviation is telling you about the variability. There's one more thing that we need to say. How did I get the frequency column? I had already put that in. So we need to go shift and setup. And now we need to press the down arrow. And now we get stat, okay, for statistics. And so we press number 3, and now it says frequency on, off. If you want the frequency on, you press 1, which is what I had previously done. And now when we go setup, stat, 1 variable, the frequency column comes. If you press the off button, which is number 2, the frequency column will disappear. It doesn't matter having the frequency column there. If you don't turn it off, it will stay there all the time. There's no problem in doing that because, as you saw initially when I put the numbers in and there was only one of them, it automatically puts a frequency of 1. You get the option of choosing the frequency if you want to have more.